MANOS The Hands of Fate Director's Cut is an NES-inspired side-scrolling platformer that's based off of the worst movie of all time. I can confirm that the film is in fact one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and that the game is far superior, but not excellent. If you ever played a classic side-scroller, MANOS doesn't offer any exciting surprises. Get from left to right in a level filled with obstacles and enemies that will try to kill you. You traverse the sets from the film as the main protagonist with a pistol used at blasting hostiles and destructible traps. You can destroy specific objects to find health and extra lives, but the biggest prized possession are the Hands of Fate, which grant you a max health increase. There is also a shotgun that you can grab to deal extra damage, but could very well lose from being attacked. As an old school platformer, there isn't an elaborate story to go by, but the same can be said for the movie that bases its source material off of. That being said, those who haven't seen the critically panned film won't understand any of the references that the game is making. Those who do understand the references will acknowledge, but won't receive any direct impact. While the game itself is by the numbers, the level design at least provides a new challenge and theme within each stage. What remains to be the same is that every stage ends with a boss battle that requires fast timing and dodging. Some of these encounters represent monsters that relate to other terrible movies, but you'll most likely have never heard of them. In fact, the entire theme of MANOS is ineffective, for you can easily not recognize any of the references and just call it your everyday retro platformer, considering that the references are all of what the game can produce for its theme. That's not to say it's a bad game, for I did find the general gameplay to be pretty decent, and I did enjoy it enough to come back for seconds. The controls are solid for a retro side-scroller, and the simple run, jump, and shoot formula is genuinely enjoyable. I'm more or less disappointed that there's nothing particularly great, and that the game concludes in less than an hour. This is, of course, a director's cut, but I'm not sure what changes have been made since I haven't experienced the original release. Finishing the game will grant you higher difficulty settings, and a second playable character named Torgo, who is more slippery than the original playable hero. Presentation-wise, the sound design and score is a beautiful recreation of the film, although once again, will feel foreign to most platformer fans. The 8-bit art style feels authentic to the NES era of gaming, though that's no longer going to impress anyone. MANOS The Hands of Fate Director's Cut is an identity crisis that does a solid job at recapturing the nostalgia of retro gaming and the film it's based off of, but it's afraid to explore the depths of its familiar territory to deliver something refreshing. For $4.99, MANOS The Hands of Fate Director's Cut is only enjoyable.